Welcome back, everybody. Hotfix 1.03 is finally here as of July 18th, so I wanted to read the patch notes with you guys together. Let's do it. So, let's see. UI slash UX. I have no idea what that means, but an option has been added to turn off other players' effects, projectile explosions. In order to improve the visibility, the explosion effect, and the duration of the vestigial organ, I think that's how you say it, have been reduced. That's actually good. I'm gonna just stop right there real quick. That's actually really good. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of guilty of it myself. Sometimes when I play Gley or whatever, and I just want to speed something up, I will use the vestige organ just because it's just so much easier and a lot faster. As I haven't finished all my builds, so I just said, you know what, screw it. I'll just use meta. And it is kind of funny because my friend complains. He uses the Nazistra. I'm just gonna call it the Naze, and he can't see weak points. He's like, I can't see. So it's kind of cool. As Gley's infinite launcher build became popular, we took temporary measures to address an issue where the explosion effect was disrupting gameplay severely. Currently, we only provide the option to disable other players' projectile explosion effects, but we are planning to enhance this feature for other effects as well. That's actually really nice. That's really, really, really nice. Sometimes the explosions do get out of hand. I'll even admit it is kind of too much. A system message has been added to make it easier to check the down but not out state of allies, and an extra measure has been added to the party member UI. Reduce the research completion visual effect duration for materials frequently used in research. Away from keyboard, AFK has been added to the player report menu. So that's actually really cool. I am happy about that as well, especially when I'm doing void intercept battles. There's a lot of times I'm just focused on DPSing. I like just looking at numbers on my screen, and sometimes I don't notice the fact that someone's downed. Like there's like the icon isn't big enough, or it just doesn't pop up at all. So I am guilty of it. So I am happy that they are making it a little bit easier for me to actually like notice that. Uh, and then going forward, as far as the research completion visual effect, like I'm not sure what visual effect they're talking about, but uh, I'm happy, right? I'm happy. I wish they overall reduced the time it takes for me to craft things. Like I finally farmed 2 energy activators, 2 out of my 2 weeks of playing, two, two, and it takes 30 hours to craft an energy activator. That's kind of ridiculous. I hope they do tone that back just a little bit. Just make it a little bit more accessible. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's see what they have to say about it. We have been keeping a close eye on recent trends regarding AFK. Why is my voice cracking every time I do like a recording? And we agree that AFK hinders the gameplay for other players. However, we believe that a cautious approach is required in this matter. This is because AFK judgment mechanisms can sometimes be bypassed with simple shooting or moving actions, and the AFK kick system can be exploited for other purposes. First, we are trying to learn the patterns of AFK players with AFK reports. Through this, we plan to collect the information necessary to separate AFK players in matchmaking and prepare an appropriate measure in the future. We are considering ways to resolve the AFK issues so that everyone can enjoy the game together. We ask you to respect other players in the meantime, and if you have an idea on this matter, please let us know. Now, this is phenomenal, and I love hearing game companies actually speak out about this, or devs in general, just talk about this. Because AFK, I know some people hate it, but understand that people have lives, right? Things happen outside the gaming space that you don't know about, right? The video game isn't always important. Not everyone is intentionally going AFK on you to be bad, right? Like, someone wants to grind, wants to do a game, and the next thing you know, like last minute notice, like their family or something is like bothering them in the background. And like they have to go and get up and go do something, right? Sometimes things happen, so they have to be AFK for a little while. And then you do have bad apples that just don't want to do anything and just be lazy and just say screw, I'll just let someone else farm and whatnot. So it's kind of hard to weed out like the people who are intentionally doing it versus the people who aren't intentionally doing it. And then even if you did just make an instant solution for it and you were to just throw it in there, players are just gonna bypass it, and then like nothing's gonna change, right? Like I said, you can just shoot, move, and all that stuff, like rubber band on the analog stick, all that kind of stuff, macro, whatever the case may be, and then we'll just be back to square one again. So I am happy they're looking at this further and trying to come up with a more reasonable solution that doesn't hurt people who again aren't intentionally AFKing, and also punish people who are intentionally abusing it. I do feel like this is more tricky. Um, so we'll just have to like look at it. Maybe we could take the Valorant approach. Like Valorant has a good system, but that's Valorant. The UI has been updated so that major rewards obtained from chain quests that have already been cleared are checked in the quest list. Cool. A function has been added to view acquisition information directly in the target section of library. Fix an issue of scrolling to the top when moving from the target item of library to the corresponding item list. Added firearm types and round types to the library weapon list. Fix an issue where a player who joined the Void Fusion Reactor could use the reconstructing device even if there were no Void shards after completing the mission. Now, I'm curious about that because me and my buddies have been doing a lot of Void Fusion Reactor farming, and we only usually have like one person gathering a bunch of like void shards and fragments and stuff like that when farming. While the others like play like an AOE character that can just clear stuff and speed up the process. Because as long as we have the amorphous material, we can then do the void fusion reactor. And some of the void operation outposts, in order for you to get the material you need to use for whatever we're farming for the void fusion reactor, you need Sharon. Sharon is a must-have. Which sucks, right? Because there's no other way to do the stealth part of it other than Sharon. So, our team comps don't always have like the same alignment, and I'm curious if they're talking about that or they're talking about something entirely different. So, I hope it's not that, and that's the case, because that would really suck, and now I make this grind terrible. Dude, I don't know what it is. My voice cracks every time I record. When completing a void fragment mission obtaining 2 types of void shards, the amount of obtained has increased by approximately 1.5 times. That's awesome. Anything to make the grind easier, I'm okay with. Void Fusion Reactor Mission Tooltip has been updated to display the number of void shards. Added linked amorphous material to the Void Fusion Reactor Mission Tooltip. That's kind of cool. So if you didn't know, whenever you are like searching or tracking an amorphous material or whatever, if you go on the access info and you like hover over it, it'll let you know where that's actually like where you can go and crack it open. So like you'll click on whatever your linked button is. For me, it would be like X or something like that, or like left stick. I forget. I think it's left stick. And then it'll tell me like, oh, you go kill this Colossus. So seeing that I can go crack it open at this Void Fusion Reactor and just teleport straight to it is really nice, because then I gotta back out of my menu and do all other stuff. So I am happy they did that. Void Shard attribute will now be displayed on the map directly. Cool. We discovered and fixed an issue where a party member's abort mission system was being exploited to repeatedly play the Void Fusion Reactor without consuming any shards. While addressing this glitch, we also considered why players might resort to using it. We realized that the transition from shard farming to actual Void Fusion Reactor missions was quite inconvenient and tedious. Therefore, we not only fixed the bug, but also increased the amount of void shards obtained and improved the farming process to make it more convenient. Please wait a little longer as we significantly improve the fragment farming routes in the upcoming Week 5 update scheduled for August 1st. The dev team will continue to learn and grow from your playing experiences. We will always listen to your valuable feedback and strive to provide a better gaming environment. That's really cool. I am happy to see that we're getting a major update August 1st, as well as another quality of life improvement for farming, because I've been doing lots of farming. I've been playing for like over 2 weeks now, or 2 weeks, however long it's been, since day one. And man, with how many hours I put into this game, I still feel like I don't have nearly as much stuff as I should. Going forth, Descendants, Thrill Bomb, and Lightning Emission with the Ultimate Bunny High Voltage module will now target nearby targets rather than random targets. Allergy of Reconstruction Serum and of Eugen now applies to Colossus as well. I do not have Eugen, so I have no idea what this mod is, or ability is, I should say. But Eugen mains, let me know what you think. Is this good? Is this not good? I assume it's good. I assume you want an effect to be applied to a Colossus, right? Because like, why wouldn't you? Unless it's like some kind of like, you're like buffing them indirectly so you can buff something else. But I don't think anything like that exists in this game. So I'm just going to assume that's a good thing. So I'm going to say W. W in chat. But Eugen mains, let me know if you're happy about that. Ultimate Bunny Electric Charge, High Voltage, and Bunny Electric Condense sound effects have been changed. Use Bunny skills to inflict electrocution on enemies has been removed from the second and third stage evolution conditions of the Bunny evolving skin, Speedy Awakened one. I don't have this skin. I might get it at some point, but I haven't been focused on my bunny at all. I've been mainly playing Viessa because like I did in my previous video, I mentioned how I'm only going to focus on one character now. So my bunny now got significantly nerfed because I took all of her mods and just threw it on my Viessa, and now my bunny can't do bunny things. Infiltration operation. You can now view mission results through the escape menu after completing an infiltration operation. The time limit for destroying the Iron Heart has been removed in the infiltration operation fortress heart of the fortress. The location of the supply droid in the infiltration operation fortress quarantine zone has been moved to the battle zone, making it easier to supply bullets. Cool. That is very, very, very cool. The position of immunity spirits of named monsters will not change anymore as the monsters move or rotate. Thank you! That's awesome. The sequential spear type of named immunity of alternate hand of Nace that appears in the White Knight Gulch Eye of Truth has been updated. I'm just gonna say cool. Just cool. The drop quantity on hard difficulty has been increased by approximately 1.5. Now that is amazing. Yes, anything to make farming easier as well, especially in hard difficulty. Like I feel like I should be getting way more rewards in hard. So yeah, I am happy about that. Again, speed up the process of my farms because there's a lot of things I'm trying to farm for, but it just takes so much time on top of all this RNG, and things are just so tedious as is. So I am happy they're improving the overall quality of life. So thank you. Keep it up. Miscellaneous. The stack limit for consumable items has been increased from 1 million to 100 million. That's huge. Oh my god. That is huge. Okay. Yeah, cool. Awesome. You know what? There's nothing to say about that. That's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. The First Ascendant has been developed with deep affection and respect for various looter shooters, and we take feedback regarding other similar games very seriously. Through this hotfix, we are trying to reflect the unique identity of the First Ascendant. We will continue to improve the game for the fans of the genre. Amazing. Now, the more I see them update this game, and the more they talk about this game, I do actually believe Nexon really cares about the First Ascendant 100%. So there's a lot that I would love to see, and a lot of things I would like to like voice out towards Nexon. I plan on making a video talking about like either my top 5 or top 10 things I would like to see by season 2, if not season 1. Let me know what you guys want to see by season 2, season 1. I'm sure you guys have your crazy ideas. Like, this game has a lot of similarities to Warframe in terms of the mechanics, but it also has a lot of like PvE like resemblance to that of Destiny. So they can go crazy with this game for sure. I have a lot of ideas on how they can improve like a lot of things or just add like a lot of cool features into this game. And again, I'll say that for another video. But I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and I will definitely read it. Maybe I might even include it in my next video as well, talking about these things, these kind of stuff, because I'm curious what the community wants to see. I genuinely think you guys got some good ideas out there, and I would love to see it. Fix the memory leak that occurred intermittently in window mode. Fix the memory leak when using frame generation. Fix the issue of temporary frame drops when opening inventory with DLSS frame generation. Fix an issue where frame limit was not restored even if additional options were changed to off when DLSS frame generation or FSR frame generation is enabled. Bug fixes. Russian, Spanish, Portuguese. Fix an issue where the material quantity text was cut off in the weapon transmission. Fixed an issue where the top menu remained when scroll up top library through acquisition information and then moving to the screen with escape. Fixed an issue where a black screen was briefly displayed when starting special operation. Symbol effects have been added for code analyzers, code breakers, and core material dropped. Fixed an issue where account names starting with hashtag were not visible. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. I didn't know this was an issue though, like the hashtag one. I haven't seen that. Maybe I have, and I just never noticed. Fix an issue where descendants couldn't be changed after completing the exclusive dungeon of the quest to Bunny, our beloved daughter, in the Bunny quest. Fix an issue where Bunny's lightning emission was used even if there was no moving distance when rolling over a box or wall. Cool. Director's comment. We love how Bunny runs fast, unleashes electric energy to take down her enemies. Bunny is a descendant who gains her power in proportion to the distance she travels. However, rolling around in a corner and using her skills was not what we expected from her, so we decided to fix this. Additionally, we are detecting the use of various macros and unauthorized programs through our monitoring system, including the rolling in place macro. We are currently taking actions against macros and unauthorized programs and will continue to strive to create a more enjoyable gaming environment for everyone. Awesome. Now, I know I might irritate some people, but at the same time, I get it. Warframe did something similar. Like, so back in the day, we had this character named Banshee. And Banshee, what she would do is she would just nuke the entire map. So her fourth ability, she'll just put her hands down and she'll just go AFK, and her range would just push enemies out of spawn, right? So enemies never could like actually do anything. They would just instantly just die because they're getting pushed out the map and just fall into like the endless abyss of death. And you know, some people found it boring because they couldn't actually play the game, right? They never saw an enemy in sight. So this is like more of like a quality of life update. It's similar to that. I don't know if these players are getting banned or if they're just like, having their anti-cheat just ignore it completely. So we'll have to see. I think it's a W. I know some people might feel some kind of like way about it, but I mean, just play the game, right? Fix an issue where sound effects was not played intermittently when landing on the floor with Kyle's superconductivity thrusters. Fix an issue where the charging motion was repeated with Kyle's repulsion dash. Now, I'm happy about it. I don't have Kyle, but I am farming Kyle as of right now, as well as a couple other things. So hopefully I get Kyle soon, and this might make me feel happy because, I don't know this. I didn't know this is an issue, and I don't want to experience any issues. I would like to actually have fun playing Kyle. So if this makes him sound awesome when he lands on the ground, dope. Fix an issue where the arcade acceleration module did not increase the speed and distance of projectiles. Thank you. Thank you. People look at me and say I'm stupid. They tell me I'm stupid, right? Because modules in this game do not work. They just don't work, right? Like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm a know-it-all. I don't know everything about this game. But I do like to just, like, pick and, like, play around with mods. Because, like, again, I have a lot of experience with these kind of games. And arcade acceleration, I thought was going to, like, it sounds like it's supposed to be, like, a skill speed increase and all that stuff. And, like, projectiles and all that stuff. And it wasn't working. Like, I applied the module onto a couple of my characters, and nothing changed about them, right? It was the exact same. So I'll be forced to take this module off because it wasn't doing anything. There's a couple of modules in this game, or effects I should also throw out there, that just do not work, right? This is like the second module that they're fixing to make work. So that makes me happy knowing that I'm just not like, I'm not stupid, right? So that makes me feel good, because me and my buddies, we be messing around with some of these modules, and it's like, bro, it does not work. Like, there's a multi-shot mod in this game, at least what we read as multi-shot, in which like technically like a bullet is supposed to shoot twice off just one trigger pull. So for you don't know what multi-shot is. What multi-shot is essentially is like, say like I shoot one bullet, that one bullet is gonna count as 2 hits. That's what multi-shot is. There you go. That's the best way I can explain it. But yeah, and that module doesn't work. It doesn't do anything different. We've been testing that one too, so hopefully they get to that module and realize that that one isn't working, or just change the description of it entirely, because that doesn't work either. I don't know the exact name of the mod right now as I'm not on the game, but there's a couple of mods in this game that just don't work. Fix an issue where Ajax's body enhancement module did not reflect the max shield and the current shield after moving to the map. I just started playing with Ajax, but I have no idea because I don't run the body enhancement module, as I just leveled him up to 40. So I will make an Ajax build at some point once I'm finished with my Viessa, because I'm so happy I finally almost have a fully built character after all this time of playing, right? And I really want to give you guys a full build video and not like a half-baked build video. So I will do another update on my Viessa build once she is completed. I'm just farming a few more things for her to complete my build for her. Fix an issue where the firearm attack of the shoot focus module was applied as a sum operation and not as a multiplication operation. See, and then someone tried to come at me and talk to me again about flat and all this stuff and multiplicative, and it's like, bro, like, I know the difference. The problem is that the game doesn't know what it wants to do, right? The game doesn't know what it wants to talk about and what it wants to do. And as you see right here, another module is getting fixed to do something different than what we initially thought. So I'm happy about that, right? This makes me feel good. W points in chat, right? Fix an issue where the module list scroll was reset to the top after module enhancement. Cool. Fix an issue where monsters would not spawn if the first monsters spawned upon entering the Volga strategic outpost were immediately killed. Cool. Fix an issue where the next quest could not be started under certain circumstances. Cool, that's nice. Fix an issue where the spear would tremble when it was far away during the named monster spear gimmick. Fix an issue that prevented field change by removing the shield created during the upper hatchery mission in the White Knight Gulch hatchery. Fix an issue where monsters would spawn even without an actual battle in the White Knight Gulch fortress outskirts. Cool. That's actually really nice. Good quality of life stuff. I like that. Director's comment. The fortress outskirts have become a popular farming area with many monsters pouring in from the beginning of launch. I don't know why my voice keeps cracking, dude. Like, I'm drinking water and everything, but whatever. We love the run and kill, play, and believe running, shooting, and bursting are the fundamental aspects of a looter shooter. However, using the terrain to exploit and gather monsters without any action was not what we intended. If everyone simply stood still and hunted, the game's enjoyment would quickly diminish. Therefore, we decided to make a change. We maintain the spawn rate by keeping the 4 Vulgus resource storages active simultaneously, but monsters will not increase when players are idle. Run, shoot, and create some explosions. Many more monsters will continue to appear. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, I didn't know about the fortress outskirts. I'll be honest. I've been farming in the wrong places, apparently. I might have to go check that out. Let me know if you guys know about this, because if you did, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you put me on game? Like, come on now. That's kind of messed up. Fix an issue where code analyzers was intermittently required when working with the encrypted vault in the hard difficulty. Fix an issue where falling while using a grappling hook in a certain section of the prologue caused you to spawn at the next location with the mission unfinished status. I did not know that, but I am happy that they are working on this or they fixed it, I should say, for new players that are just now starting the game. As this game continues to grow, I would like people to not have issues and stuff like that, especially so early on, and be turned off by the game. So, really happy. Good job, Nexon. Void intercept battle. Fix an issue where the removal did not happen intermittently and the grappling hook was maintained during a battle. Miscellaneous. Fix an issue where items were not collected when purchasing multiple items of the same product. Did not know that. I might have to go and check my wallet and make sure I got everything. Director's additional comment. Thanks to the love and interest that you have shown us, we feel the brimming energy of the community. Hotfix 1.03 includes many fixes which we hope will improve your gaming experience. Recently, we saw a video in the community where the Colossus was defeated more quickly through module switching. If we had a bit more time, we would have liked to include a fix for this in Hotfix 1.03, but unfortunately it didn't make it into this update. I am happy they are addressing that. I'll be honest, as much as I love Gley, I do think that is a little bit kind of like ridiculous, and it doesn't really like help in terms of like the theory crafting and build crafting kind of thing. It's just a fun thing to like do if you are someone who likes to break the game. But I like breaking games and other means off of just actual raw builds rather than doing stuff like that, right? I am sad though that the person beat me to the main thing I wanted to do. If you've been watching me on Twitch, I've been talking about it from like week 1, how I wanted to make a one-shot sniper build with Gley and everything. Although I think their method was a little bit better in terms of like the weapon they used. The weapon I was using was Different Dream for my one-shot sniper build because it just has a lot of crit and all that stuff, and it just hits really hard, shoots really fast. So I was trying to get like a one-shot build out, but I haven't been able to dedicate a lot of time to Gley. Unfortunately, they beat me to it, so it looks like my one-shot Gley build is going to take some more time, and it's going to be a while before I get to that because I'm finishing VS off. But I'll probably make it at some point, maybe not, but I wanted to be the one to do it. Anyways, besides the point, the dev team does not want module switching to become another strategy. This method makes combat tedious and does not fit well with the run and gun playstyle. The dev team wants skills, weapons, modules, and external components to be part of the strategy. Which, again, guys, I agree with. And again, the importance here is the modules and external components. This is where a lot of your damage and stuff like that is also coming from, because your skills and weapons get boosted by your modules and external components, aka reactors and the actual component section there, you know, and then obviously your modules. So this is where we should be trying to figure out ways to create those big builds and all that stuff rather than doing like all the switching and all that other stuff. We hope that in-depth build research will progress, but strategies requiring inconvenient controls are not what the development team aims for. Last but not least, We are planning to skip the patch next week for the upcoming 5th week update on August 1st. Please look forward to the new Descendant Luna, Ultimate Valby, new intercept battles, new ultimate weapons, modules, external components, and the skins on August 1st. Now that is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait because that means we're getting a big ass update. Oop, I swore. We're getting a big update on August 1st, shortly after my birthday. So that's really, really, really cool. And I'm happy and I'm curious to see what they're going to throw out there. So again, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What you would like to see for August 1st, or by the time of season 1 or season 2, what would you like to have included into the game? There's a lot of things it can do. I'm really excited for all this, especially Ultimate Valby. I'm probably going to treat myself to getting her. I am looking forward to Luna because Luna sounds really interesting to me since she's going to be our first rhythm-based character. But all right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.